What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. So whatever time of day it is by you, good night, maybe good morning. I got a transmission, so that is for the Del Sol. That is a B series, I believe it's an LS tranny. So if you guys are relatively new to the channel, or I guess joined within this last year, and you didn't know, I do have a B20Vtec engine that I had here in the Integra. Obviously the Integra's got a K28-2 in it now, but I had a B20Vtec that I had built or assembled, what was it, August of 2017. So I ran that motor for a few months, then I got the K series in December of 2017, yeah, 2017, and then swapped the K series in April of last year, which was 2018. So I only ran the B20Vtec for, shoot, 8-9 months tops. So I didn't want to sell. I tried selling it, but nobody out here in Arizona wants to pay for what things are worth. So I ended up hanging on to it because I only got one reasonable offer, but I don't know, I didn't take it. But I'm glad I didn't, because that means I get to put that in the Del Sol. And I've been mentioning that here and there for a while now, because I pretty much haven't made a Del Sol video in, shoot, a long time. I don't remember the last time. So it's been a minute, but yeah, doing the swap is one of my main things to start getting done. So I'm starting to gather parts for it. It doesn't take much because the VTEC model Del Sol did come with B series, so it's literally just a direct drop-in. So I have a transmission here thanks to Emiliano. I already have the engine, I already have the ECU that's already tuned for my motor. So at this point, all I need is a DC rear bracket. I need to get some engine mounts from work. I need DC half shaft and DC axles. And so one of you guys had said, I believe Victor, has a half shaft and axles for me. He said if I pay shipping, so just waiting to find out how much that will be. If not, I can always get axles from O'Reilly's or something. I'll just end up paying more, obviously. But yeah, so I've already got that pretty much taken care of, and the rear bracket I can get at work. So oh, and shift linkage, VTEC shift linkage for the Del Sol, because it is specific to Del Sol B series, whatever. But I already got that ordered. Honda still sells them, so that'll be at my work in a few days. So I pretty much have everything almost. It's just a matter of getting the rest of the money to pick it up, essentially. So very soon, very soon. So also, if you guys know, the Honda YouTube challenge is coming up in like 3-4 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks. So I am trying my hardest to attend it. At this point, it's not a matter for me of getting out there, it's a matter of getting back. I do plan on taking the Del Sol, which is kind of why I don't want to swap the Del Sol until after I get back, because the Del Sol as is, it runs good. I know it'll get there and get me back. It gets good gas mileage with the D16 in it, and it'd just be less of a headache, I think. I'm hoping to just leave it as is and take it out there than to swap the motor, because I know the other motor runs fine and everything, but you know, there's always 1 or 2 bugs that you got to work out after swapping a motor, and I just don't want to find those bugs while I'm 1,300 miles away from home on an interstate road in the middle of Texas or something. So yeah, that will be coming as soon as the challenge is done. But if any of you guys want to attend that, it will be at Gulfport Raceway in Gulfport, Mississippi, I believe it is, February 23rd, which is a Saturday. So I will be caravanning out there at this point with Young Static and Afro EJ1, aka Chris, that's been in my last few videos. He will be out there, hopefully with me. But for me, it's a matter of getting back, because I don't want to drive home alone. But you know what? If I got to do it, I got to do it. So I'll be out there. So it's not much of a parts list to get this swap done, though. Pretty cheap all around, honestly. And the wiring, I believe, is just a direct plug and play, so I'm not really worried about it. But for today's agenda, I'm going to get this transmission cleaned up. I have something squeaking in the front wheel of the Integra. I don't know if it's a rock stuck in the dust shield or if it's the dust shield scraping the rotor, but I'm going to get that taken care of, and then I forget what else I was going to do, but you know what, we'll make it work. But first things first, get this transmission cleaned up. Oh yeah, I also need to get a throw bearing and a clutch fork, because I would assume that the tranny would have at least come with a clutch fork, but apparently not. So gotta find those, but nothing hard to get. Honda still sells them. I just don't know if I want to pay dealership money or try and find time to go to a junkyard. Either or, I'll get one. The other thing I was gonna do today is try and get this dent out. I meant to do it last video, but I just never got around to it. So I got all the wheels off, so that way I can take the rear bumper off, because that's part of the process of getting that panel off. And then so I can get the squeaking solved here. And I'm going to just clean up in the wheel wells a bit. you know, like this is all dusty and road debris covered, so I'm gonna just degrease it and power wash it out, but move on to the bumper first and that squeaking first. I get so many questions like every single day on Instagram asking me what side skirts I use. So if you guys don't already know, I use EK Civic skirts, and I just took them off so I could kind of clean up under them. I didn't install them in the most professional manner. I just literally used screws, trim the side skirts up and use screws. So I was just kind of checking under the side skirts, doing some cleaning, making sure nothing was rusting and whatnot, which it's all good. But I just want to show you guys really quick while I'm doing this, why I'm running side skirts in the first place. I don't know the history of my car. It's got a clean title and whatnot, but other than that, I don't know what's happened to it before I got it. And it's definitely been high centered or dropped or something, because same spot, both sides of the car, rocker panels are totally destroyed. Rockers are totally ruined on this side. And if we go over to the driver's side, same exact spot, same exact thing. I have no idea how to repair that, so my whole thing with the side skirts was, if I can't fix it, then cover it, and that's exactly what I did. And the other question I get a lot is how to get this Civic side skirts to actually fit. I've been trying to get another set. I've seen a dozen at the junkyard. Just every time I go there, the car is resting on the side skirt, so I can't pull them off. But if anybody has any side skirts they want to donate so I can make a video on how to install them on these cars, then by all means. But it's really honestly simple. I can't really explain it too well because I already did it all, cut everything off that you need to cut, but one of these days we'll get a video done of that. If you guys did not already know, to pop the taillights off, you got the bolts. You got two here, and two on the end here. So just pull those 6 out and unhook your harness here. That's all it is, and it'll just pull right out. So I'm still doing the bolts, but then to do the rear bumper, there's actually these 2 bolts, this big one in here. There's one on each side, so one here that I'm using as my ground cable. And then for the garnish panel, you're gonna have 2 bolts here, and then 2 bolts which are right here, I believe, on the back side of the taillight, which will then pop this panel off. But yeah, so you have those 2 big inside bolts and then 2 bolts down here to get the rear bumper off. So another question I get asked a lot is my battery box setup. So I'm just using a regular Walmart battery. I got this battery box at Walmart also. It is a marine battery box, and it comes with this strap. So I literally just strap the battery in. I put the factory battery tray, I just bolted it straight down to the chassis. So that way the battery doesn't slide around, because obviously the box is a lot bigger than the battery itself. And yeah, it works really well. So that's like a $30 budget one as compared to the Murasso one or equivalent, which is like 140 bucks. But obviously I got the taillights out right now. I'm working on getting this garnish panel off. You got the 2 bolts here and here. You got 2 more right here. I took those ones off. But you got 2 more on this side as well back there. It's just my battery box is in the way, so I'm currently taking this out so I can get this off to get this popped out, like I said. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that quick because like I said, you guys ask that a lot. Voila. Alright, got the taillights in, got the garnish on. I was able to straighten it out pretty much. I got the bigger of the dent of the 2 on the garnish panel fixed. And as for the taillight, it's still not perfect, but it's better than it was. So I don't really know how to really straighten it out more. It's such thin metal, it's so hard to actually like work with, you know, like how to bend it out, I guess. I don't know. It's better than what it was though, so that's at least a start. So I'm just getting my battery box put back in right now. And then I just went and tried to, a few minutes ago, figure out what the squeaking was on my wheel. It's not doing it now, so it was probably just the dust shield or a rock kicked up or something, so whatever. I mean, if it's fixed, it's fixed. So I just got done watching some older Deadbeat Garage videos, and one of the videos I watched was his like how-to on the fender cutouts, and I am definitely doing it like that. I was gonna originally buy some Track Life composites, but I thought that guy was selling whole fenders already cut with like the carbon inserts and stuff, but he's not. He's $300 for the carbon cutouts, and still cool, but if I can do it myself with just using the fender that I have, I am trying to get different fenders before I actually start doing the body work. The paint and body work on the DA is not getting started until after the Del Sol is swapped, so I can focus on one thing at a time. But just like watching stuff like that gets me so hyped for it. That dude's sick. He's definitely got some skill. I need to meet up with him again. I haven't seen him in a while since I did my case swap, so yeah, it's been almost a year. Dude's been AFK. But back to the transmission. So this thing's covered in like super thick grease, so I'm gonna sit here and scrape at it, scrub it, and power wash it, and get this thing looking fresh. So this is by far one of the dirtiest transmissions I've cleaned up, but it's kind of stained, which is fine, you know, but it's literally like 94% better than what it was. I'm not even gonna bother painting it. I'm gonna just use the air compressor quick and clean it all out, blow all the water out. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I might paint it. Maybe I will paint it, because I mean, I got like a month until I'm gonna swap this thing. So maybe it would be worth it to paint it, because the block is still painted like that raw, not raw, but like that silver aluminum color, whatever. So I don't know, we'll see. Been sitting here thinking for a few minutes on this whole paint thing. I think I mentioned it earlier. And I need a hood and both fenders for this car and the rear garnish panel, which Carter has a rear garnish panel, and I'm sure I can find a hood and fenders easy enough. If not, just order them on eBay and make them work, get the certificate ones. But I think I'm gonna actually, this weekend, start sanding the exterior. I'm not gonna go all out crazy, because I do plan on doing another single stage paint, because for me that's easier, and I probably will change the color again in another 2 years. But the Del Sol has, like I said, like a month until I'm gonna swap it. So that means I have a month to do body work and get the Integra at least the best I can. Again, I'll try it again. Obviously I messed up a lot of stuff last time, a lot of dings, especially on the roof and the quarter panels. I got little nicks here and there. The fenders, just, yeah, it's just a lot of stuff got messed up. So I think I'm definitely going to start on it this weekend, because I mean, what else do I have going on? If I'm gonna try and save money for this Mississippi trip and save money to get the last bit of the parts for the Del Sol, good way to save money is to stop spending money and just do work, body work, like sanding and some Bondo. What is that, 30 bucks? And that'll keep me occupied for definitely the next few weeks. And then the paint isn't that expensive. I can get a gallon of the Captiva Blue Pearl, which is what I think I'm gonna do, match the Del Sol, at least exterior wise. And I can get that for like 150 bucks ish. But right now, my brother is getting the tint off the window, something that I've been meaning to do for a couple of years now. Never got around to it. But it really sucks, because with the window rolled up, this tint, I'm pretty sure, is like original from the factory. So I don't know, you probably can't see it on the camera, but it's like really wavy and just gross.
You can see it. I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of can. But it's impossible to see out this window with the window rolled up. So if I'm like driving by myself and I don't have a passenger, like a spotter in there, it's scary-ish. Scary to drive. And I do want to get the windows re-tinted all the way around, so it's all gonna have to come off anyway. Stuff smells weird. Is it the pink, or is it the heat gun, or what?
Yeah, they're melting this stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it smells chalky.
I'm trying to get as close as I can to this without fucking shit up.
With this though, I think I'm gonna kind of just end this video off here. More of an update, kind of let you know what's going on, and show you that I got the tranny going, cleaned up, and got it at least. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, turn on post notifications. And next video, I think I'm gonna start setting on this then. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more exciting. But anyways, guys, do what you love, for you to the rest, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.